Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Tonight we're gonna get unready for bed together and chat about all the juicy gossip. I just feel like so many people talk about all the negative parts about life after a baby as far as marriages go or partnership, relationships, whatever. So yeah, we're gonna talk about how to make it better. I just feel like I'm a solutions person, so yes, okay, the spark is absent after a baby, but how do we make it better? How do we improve our relationships? How do we improve our marriage? How do we bring the spark back after a baby? So we're gonna talk about it, and my husband's out at the gym right now, so it's a perfect time, and it's Friday night, which is the best. So I poured myself a glass of wine, that is step one, and I just took a shower, but I left my makeup on so we could do this together. So we're about to get started. Here goes nothing. Also, if you're new here, thank you so much for watching because it really helps my channel grow. Also, please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I am going to be a lot more consistent on here and I've been making it a priority, so cheers, let's get started. Alright, first things first, we're going to take this makeup off, girl, but I usually use Neutrogena makeup wipes and I'm all out, so we're using these. Okay, so for starters, I feel like it's really easy to get angry at your husband or partner for not helping enough. Just when you have a baby, I just feel like as the mom, the burden is like on you so much more no matter what situation you're in. Of course, some dads help more than others, but at the end of the day, I just really, after speaking with so many of my mom friends, I just feel like mom just feels this huge weight on your shoulders that dads don't really experience. And that makes you super resentful and angry at your husband or partner. And yeah, I've found that in those moments when I feel so frustrated and that big like weight on my shoulders, I just have to remember that like my husband is not diddle-daddling all day. He is such a hard worker and literally would do anything for me or my family, which is why we're even together in the first place. So yeah, I just try to remind myself like he is such a good person. What are you so angry about? Literally just talk to him if you need more help, and if it's not help, then what are you even angry about? Like, get over it. Sometimes we are just having a really rough day and I feel like it's really easy to just pin it on our partners. So in reality, I've realized through postpartum, when we're having a rough time, it's not always the fact that he's actually not helping enough. It's more so the fact that I just want someone to pin my frustration on when I'm exhausted. It doesn't go to say that there are not moments when someone could be helping more, and your feelings are valid. So if you are feeling like someone's not helping enough, that could be valid. I can't speak for every single situation. I'm just speaking for how I improved my relationship and marriage and what changed for me. I've been using this Murad facial cleanser, but honestly, I switch up my facial cleanser pretty often. I haven't found one I'm super obsessed with. Plus, I feel like I always go through phases of when I want something more like hydrating versus exfoliating. This is exfoliating, and I do like it. And then also, I've been using these, which I got in a PR package, and they're like facial brushes, facial cleanser brushes, and there's different sizes, and I am obsessed. Game changer. My face feels so clean after, so let's wash our face. Okay, so before I had a baby, I was so cute. I would literally write my husband the cutest little love notes in his lunches every day. And I would literally make him the best dinners in the cutest like dinnerware, and I was just extra, you guys. Like before I met him, I was already extra with just myself and my girls, and we would have like the craziest girls nights. And so when I met him, it was even worse because like now I have a man to like care for. So yeah, I was just super extra. I enjoyed it. I love taking care of him and just being extra. So I would really set the bar high in that sense because he loved it too, obviously. And everyone loves to be babied, so I would just pretty much, what I'm trying to say is I would baby the shit out of him, which is not bad at all. Like, take care of your man, especially if he's taking care of you, and he was. So anyways, to the point, obviously after having a baby, it is super hard to care for someone in that manner because you're so exhausted and tired, your head is just not there. You do not want to sit there making these dinners. Like, I used to love cooking, you guys. Cooking was my hobby. I could sit in the kitchen all day. But after you have a baby, you do not want to be cooking for hours in the kitchen and buying this pretty dinnerware that's literally going to make more dishes for you, more chores, more housework when you could be doing something else with your time. So basically, after having a baby, I had to be more choosy with my time and to do things that still made me happy so I could be a happier person and a better mom and wife. So that was no longer cooking. And so I stopped putting energy into the things that I was before because I had less time, which is valid and understandable, but also not necessarily fair, because I would not want him to stop doing things that he used to do because he was tired or working harder at work. So that is not fair to him, to our family, to our relationship, and I realized that. So I've made it a priority to start doing sweet things for him again, like writing love notes and just super romantic things that I would do before. And even if I'm burnt out and tired, I make myself do it, drink an extra coffee. Obviously, it doesn't have to be all the time like it was before, but making that effort goes such a long way for him and myself. And I realized that once I push myself to do it, I actually feel really good again and I feel more like myself. Also, it's like a domino effect. So the more that I do these cute things for him, the more he does it for me and treats me like he used to also. So it's literally beneficial to the both of us. Let's rinse this facial cleanser. Okay, going in with Origin's Mega Mushroom Relief and Resilience Soothing Treatment Lotion. Not sure, but been using it for a while and I love it. So we're gonna do it. All right, you guys. So I had to stop with the whole like, I am too tired excuse. I'm too tired for this, too tired for that. I'm too tired to like do, you know, the goods. I'm too tired for that. Like, we get it, you had a baby. That's all valid and true. You are too tired and that is true. But your relationship and your marriage is going to pay. There are consequences to this shit in life. And if you keep telling your spouse you are too tired to make time for them because of a baby, mind you, granted, there are moments when that is accurate and valid and okay. But I'm talking 24/7, you just get into a routine of like, I am too tired, period. And you just expect them to understand that, because that was me in the beginning. I thought that that was okay because that's what I had seen on social media and from talking to people and venting. So when you are like, when you get confirmation from other people that like, it's okay that you're too tired, like you start to feed into that. And honestly, it is not okay in my opinion and from my experience. It is absolutely not okay to be too tired for your spouse. It is absolutely not okay to be too tired to fuel your relationship, which is the reason your baby is there to begin with, and your relationship will pay in the long run. So you should not be too tired. All right, once I started telling myself like, no girl, like you're not too tired, you're fine, go and have a good time with your husband because you need that. I realized like once I forced myself to do something I didn't want to do because I was too tired, I actually felt really good and again felt more like myself, and it really benefited our relationship, which made me happier. So yeah, now even when I'm too tired, today for example was a really rough day. I just for whatever reason was feeling off, and I forced myself to snap out of it and be happy and be a partner. When my husband was like, I'm going to the gym, he was like, tomorrow I promise I got the baby, you take the day off. So I realized by my attitude being so positive and being a partner that that was reciprocated, like again, a domino effect. So it is really important for you ladies to treat your man right, because he will treat you right in return. Every single night I use like different products. Like I don't always use like a 7-step, you know, regimen. I don't always have time for that. Also, I don't like to put too much on my face. I don't like to make myself break out. So I'm choosy with like what I use. So I honestly just do it random. Like today I feel like wearing serum. Every day I wear moisturizer. But yeah, I just like mix it up, and I know it works for my face, and I try not to switch it up too much because I don't like to cause a breakout. If it's not broken, don't fix it. That's my opinion. But yeah, we're gonna use eye cream now. My husband and I also downloaded this app. It's called Evergreen. And it's an app, let me tell you. So I think it's like $50, and I don't know, he bought it at some point in time and then we never used it. And then months later, like recently, we were like, let's start using this app. And it is so cute, you guys. It has helped us so much. We use it every day. It basically just asks us questions every day, and there's like streaks, and yeah, it will be like, oh, like what's, you know, your husband's like favorite candy, or what is your partner's ideal date, or like what would they choose to do on a weekday for a date, or how often does your partner spend the whole day in PJs? And you just answer these questions, and then at the end it will show you how many your partner got right and what they answered, and vice versa. And it's like a great conversation starter as far as like not talking about the baby 24/7. So yeah, I love this app. It's so cute, and honestly it's helped me like realize like I forgot what it's like to like care about my partner again, like what their favorite things are and what their favorite things to do are, because I'm so busy being a mom that, and a new mom at that he just gets put on the back burner, and that's not fair to him. So this app is amazing, and yeah, it's just made us like think of each other more, I guess. And it's also just like a cute, fun thing to do. If we're gonna be on our phones anyways, I might as well be playing this game. So yeah, you guys should try it out. I promise you guys, I'm working on my little home office situation, and the next Get Unready with me is gonna be a vibe. We're gonna be in the vibes. Right now we're just like in the bathroom vibes. But anyways, I promise, I'm working on it. Okay, so another thing is creating a judgment-free zone. So what I mean by that is like not one-upping each other. So if I'm feeling off or having a really hard day being a new parent, like he doesn't get to be like, oh, but I work, you know, all day today and you don't see me coming home bringing that with me. Like, we don't do that. We don't do that anymore. We've learned from it. It doesn't help us or our relationship, and it doesn't make each other happy, so why do it? So there is no one-upping each other. If I'm having a bad day, that's it. I'm having a bad day, and that's valid, and vice versa. He's allowed to have bad days too. So instead of one-upping each other, we have to be there for each other. Everyone likes to be babied. So when he needs to be babied, I baby him, and vice versa. We cannot be good parents if we are not good partners first. Y'all are hearing all the juicy details, and I'm telling you guys, I came on here not to play, to talk about it, because I'm telling you, on TikTok and on Instagram and all these apps, I just see all this negativity with partnership, and I just feel like you can feed into it very easily. Even on my mom app, my mom chat of April due dates, like they will go on there just venting to these strangers saying, what should I do? And they're like, leave your husband. And I'm like, no, like there are solutions to this shit, and like men are not always the problem. We can be the problem too. And marriage takes real work, you guys, with or without a baby. Like, we do not just up and like give up because times are tough. Like, you have to work at this shit, and there are solutions, and you can make it better. So that's what we're here for. We're gonna make it better. We're gonna make the spark come back. We are here to have good relationships and let our kids see us love properly, because that is what they need. So move it along. When I tell you guys I don't do all these steps every night, I mean it, because let me tell you, don't think like, oh, she has all the time to do that, so I should be doing all that too. Like, no, I do not do all of this every night, but at least once a week I do, and I really do try to make an effort because it feels really good. And when my man comes home, I'm gonna be in a good mood. So take care of yourselves. Anyways, this is like a massager LED situation. Each light promotes different things like good blood flow, collagen, elasticity, all that stuff. So I do like to use this. I also got this for, I think, a PR or UGC, can't remember. But anyways, we're gonna use this tonight. I could honestly go on and on about all the things that you can do to make your relationship better after a baby. Let me know in the comments if I should do this again and if you enjoyed watching this. But we're moving on to the last thing. Okay, so she died, minor inconvenience, but I like to use her 3 to 5 days a week, and I really wanted to show you guys because this is my favorite part of the day. It is such a vibe, and she was kind of expensive. I did do a collab for the brand, but anyways, really worth it. Super good for the skin. It has like a bunch of different colors to promote different things in the skin. And it is just a vibe. I love to like email brands while I wear it. It's a vibe. But she's dead. So moving on to the last thing. I always just, in the moment of like frustration or just being pissed off, I try to remember how much I love my husband and how much of a great person he is. And I just try to remember all the reasons I was with him in the first place and what got us to the point that we're at. And I remind myself of all his amazing qualities, and I even go as far as to read our vows So the night before our wedding, I always knew I wanted to do this, and I'm so glad we did. But we wrote each other letters the night before our wedding for us to just read privately and keep to ourselves, and basically it was essentially our vows. But yeah, we just wrote letters to each other stating, you know, what we were promising each other and how we felt in that moment. And I do want to get those letters like on some sort of like big frame and put in our room, because like no one goes in our room, and I think it would be really special. But when I'm really upset with him, I do read that letter, and it feels really good to read that letter because it reminds me of his heart. I think it's really easy for us to all lose track of like how we feel about each other when we're angry or upset. I mean, one thing literally leads to another and we lose focus. So I think it's really important to just be the bigger person and realize that like you're not always right, and sometimes it just takes that push in the right direction to bring that spark back. So I basically wanted to make this video because I want you guys to know that if you are struggling postpartum with your husband, you're not alone, but you don't have to stay there. There are solutions, and you can make your relationship and marriage better. And I just like wanted to gossip with you guys and talk about it. And if you did enjoy this video, like I said, comment down below. I'll make more, and we'll start having mom nights together. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Good night.